Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please take a second to click that subscribe button down below. And for today's video, I'm going to be showing you some sick day DIYs. So these are just things that you can make and they're really great to have on hand. If someone in your house gets sick or if you get sick, they're just really easy to put together, but then you have them and you'll be prepared because it is cold and flu season right now, and today it is raining and freezing outside, so I think this is a perfect video for today. So let's get into it. The first DIY are these DIY cough drops, which you can also turn into a lollipop, which I did because I just think it's a fun idea, especially if you have kids. So what you're going to need to do is just pour some boiling water into a pot. I used about a cup. And then you're actually going to brew some tea. So you can choose any herbal tea that you like. I'm going with this organic throat coat tea. It has a bunch of different herbs in it and it's really soothing for your throat. So I thought it would be perfect to make some cough drops. So all you're going to do is just put your tea bags in and let it steep for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then once that's done, you can just pull the tea bags out and set them aside. Next, you're going to need to add a cup of honey. So it's a cup of liquid to a cup of honey, and just give that a quick stir. And then I'm just going to pop my candy thermometer on here. It's really useful if you have one of these because you need to get it boiling to 300 degrees. So that is the hard crack stage, and that's how you can make hard candy or lollipops. So it's gonna get pretty bubbly here, and just let it keep going and it'll get very dark, and once it hits 300 degrees, you can take it off, and I poured it into a measuring cup so it was easier to pour, and I just gave it a quick stir and wait for it to get a little bit syrupy. You can see here, as it cooled a bit, it just got this nice syrupy consistency, and I just poured it in some big dollops onto some parchment paper and stuck some lollipop sticks right inside, and then I poured a little bit more on top just to make sure the sticks would stay. And then I also made some smaller little dollops just to be more like cough drops. And then the last thing you want to do is just sprinkle cornstarch on top, and this will keep them from all sticking together because they do get kind of sticky with the honey. So just flip them over, put some more cornstarch on them, and this is what they will look like. You can just store them in an airtight container, and then they taste really good and they're really, really soothing for your throat. The next one is some DIY vapor rub. So what you're going to do here is put in half a cup of coconut oil and half a cup of shea butter into a double boiler. I just made one here by putting my Pyrex over some hot water, and then just wait for that to all melt together so there's no clumps. And then I'm going to add in my essential oils. So I'm using eucalyptus, and I'm very generous with this. I'm going to be adding 50 drops of each essential oil because I really wanted to have that vapor rub smell. I'm also adding some tea tree oil, and I'm adding some peppermint oil. So you can kind of mix this up depending on what you like, but these three I thought really worked together and reminded me of the actual real vapor rub. So then all that's left to do is just pour it into some glass jars. I'm just using these little mason jars, and I had enough to fill 2 of these. And then it will solidify as it cools. You can stick it in the fridge if you want it to solidify more quickly, and it will keep in the fridge for up to a year. This last one is the easiest, and it's great for migraines. So all you're going to do is just pour some water into a big Tupperware container and then add in some eucalyptus essential oil. Again, I'm very generous here because I want it to really have that strong smell. And then I'm just putting in a folded up washcloth, and I'm just submerging it into that eucalyptus water and really making sure that it sits in there for a little bit to get the full scent on the cloth, and then just wring it out. And then I'm just placing it down on my board and rolling it up. So I fold it in half and roll it right up. And this is so nice if you just have a really bad headache. The cooling part is really nice, and then the eucalyptus also clears out your sinuses. So I really like this one. You see these at like spas a lot and things like that. So all you have to do is then pop them in the freezer, and then you just have these ready to go whenever you feel a migraine coming on, and I do get these a lot, so this is perfect for me. I hope that you guys will find some of these useful and you will try them out. Let me know if you do, and also let me know if you have any other cool sick day things that you do that make you feel better, because it's always good to have a few of those. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and all that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!